Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Smequle, and in today's video we're in NBA 2K19 and we're going to be getting together the greatest players in NBA history, and we're going to be doing an all-time fantasy draft. So I did download a roster which has all the greatest players in NBA history. There's no duplicates of them or anything like that, and then we're just in a random fantasy draft. It's going to be, so all the teams are actually randomized. There's no order to this, just completely random. First pick team gets the 30th pick in the next round. So let's actually see how this turns out. We're going to sim the whole draft and then kind of look at who picked who and who goes first and everything like that. Okay, so we simulated the entire draft, and check it out. LeBron James going first overall. He's going to be on the Utah Jazz. Then we got Michael Jordan second. He's going to the Boston Celtics. That just feels weird with him on the Celtics. All these guys just being on these different teams is going to be a little weird. Kareem went third. Then we got Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, Jerry West. All these guys are 99s as well. That is crazy. Jerry West. We got Oscar Robertson, Kobe going 9th, Tim Duncan 10th. Then we got Durant, Hakeem, Shaq is 13th, Bill Russell, all the way. We got a few 60s players up in here. Dr. J, Scottie Pippen. He has a 97 overall player. Actually a little surprising. I wouldn't think he was that high overall. Allen Iverson. We got John Stockton, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul. Chris Paul also going pretty high in the first round. Elgin Baylor. We got Garnett. We got Dirk, Isaiah Thomas, Moses Malone, Karl Malone. They actually went back to back. John Havlicek, David Robinson, George Gervin, and Clyde Drexler, our 30th pick in the first round. Everybody a 96 or higher rate here. It's kind of going to be interesting to see more current players in here. We got Bob Pettit, T-Mac, Kevin McHale, David Thompson. We'll just kind of go through here. So there's Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry actually got drafted by the Warriors. We're actually just going to continue this and then just check out each team individually. We checked out the first round there. Kind of interesting to see kind of those top picks. But let's actually go into the regular season. Just random rookies. We'll just do one season first off. And let's just check out all the rosters. So 76ers, their main players are going to have D-Wade, Bill Walton, Kawhi Leonard all on their team. Let's see who their lowest overall. So they still do have some 70 overalls just to round up the team. These guys obviously weren't in the all-time draft though. The last guy is going to be Brad Davis right there. It's just there's not enough players to actually get a full draft right there. The Bucks are going to have Elgin Baylor, Jason Kidd. Going over to the Bulls, John Havlicek, David Thompson. Then the Cleveland Cavaliers, they got Durant, Mitch Richmond, Anthony Davis. That's looking like a good team. Celtics, Michael Jordan, Westbrook, Dave Cowens. So some players actually still getting on their original teams, which is kind of interesting. Giannis, a 91 overall for the Clippers right there. Grizzlies with Wilt. We'll just kind of go through these kind of quick, see who's all on every team, and leave your comment down below if you see a team that you think is going to win. Then definitely leave that in the comments. Scottie Pippen. This is going to be the Hornets team. We got the Jazz. Of course, you got LeBron James, Wes Unseld, Derrick Rose. The Jazz actually looking really, really good right there. Karl Malone, Pistol Pete on the Kings. Marc Gasol, Bob Pettit, Clyde Drexler all on the Knicks there. This is actually a really good team as well. Lakers have Larry Bird. Larry Bird on the Lakers, even though he's a Celtic all his career, is just really, really weird as well. Magic, Jerry West, Moncrief, Carmelo Anthony. Mavs are going to have Kareem. Bill Russell is over on the Nets right there. Rick Barry as well. Nuggets, led by Isaiah Thomas. One of the worst teams, in my opinion, is this Nuggets team. Magic on the Pacers. Dominique Wilkins as well as Willis Reed on that team. And they got DeRozan. I'm just going to continue going through all the teams right here. You can kind of check out just the starting lineup. Vince Carter actually ends up on the Raptors, so he's also on the team. He was drafted by Charles Barkley on the Rockets with Chris Paul. Chris Paul still on the Rockets. John Stockton. Who else do we have? We have Steve Nash on the Suns still. It's cool how a lot of these players still drafted by the teams that they originally played most of their career on, which is really interesting. Timberwolves got Shaq. Trailblazers got Dirk, Patrick Ewing, JoJo White. Warriors actually have Moses Malone, Stephen Curry. And then the Wizards rounding it off right here. So leave a comment down below if you saw any teams that you think are actually going to win right here. But we're just going to simulate through the season and see who actually does the best in terms of MVP and everything like that. Okay, so we made it to the end of the season with this all-time fantasy draft. And kind of interesting, Elgin Baylor actually getting MVP right here. No what crazy stats or anything like that. 21.6 points, 8.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists. So Elgin Baylor getting MVP. Vlade Divac getting Sixth Man of the Year. We're not going to have any rookies because, of course, this is all-time players. Nobody's really at their all-time best when they're a rookie. And Defensive Player of the Year is going to go to Bill Russell. Not surprising right there. 1.5 steals, 2.5 blocks per game. He's actually on the Brooklyn Nets. Carmelo Anthony actually gets Most Improved. Mike Budenholzer, the Bucks head coach, is going to get Coach of the Year. So we have all of the coaches from today that are actually going to be the head coaches. He goes 56 and 26 with the Bucks. But now checking out the All NBA teams. Looking at guards first, going to be Stephen Curry and Magic on the first team. Elgin Baylor, Kevin Durant for the forwards, and Bob McAdoo for the center position. Second team, we got Steve Nash, David Thompson, Karl Malone, LeBron, and Kareem. And then the third team, we got Chris Paul, Tim Hardaway, Rick Barry, Tim Duncan, and Wilt. Then going over to the defensive teams, we got Michael Jordan. He actually didn't make the All-NBA teams, which is very, very surprising right there. I'm not sure how that ended up happening. But let's actually just check out the standings real quick here. See what teams ended up at the top. In the East, it's going to be the Atlanta Hawks as their starters right there. Jason Terry is actually on the team as well as Peja. A lot of good players on the team right there. Then we got Jason Kidd, Elgin Baylor. They're on the Bucks, who actually came second. Let's see who ended up doing the worst. It's going to be the Orlando Magic with Jerry West, Sidney Moncrief, LaMarcus Aldridge, Boogie on the team as well. And no, the records were terrible. 26 and 56 in the West for the Nuggets. Isaiah Thomas, Ray Allen, Joe Johnson. I'm surprised this team actually did so bad. But the top of the West is going to go to the Trailblazers. JoJo White, Brandon Roy's actually on the team as well. Dirk and Patrick Ewing. But the top teams making it in the West: Trailblazers, Suns, Warriors, Pelicans, Jazz, Thunder, Mavericks, and Clippers. So some of the great franchises like the Lakers not actually making it in there. Celtics actually make it in the East. Celtics, Nets, Pistons, Wizards, Pacers, Raptors, Bucks, and Hawks. But let's actually just go over to season stats now. See who led the league in points. League leader in points is only 24.7 points, which is super, super low for a points leader, a scoring leader. Curry's in second. Then we got Bob McAdoo, Rick Barry, Elgin Baylor, Durant. Durant's actually on the Cavs as well. So those are leaders for points. In terms of rebounds, it's going to be Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell, both with 12 rebounds per game. Kareem, Bob McAdoo, Wes Unseld. So Bob McAdoo doing very, very well in this season. Assists is actually really, really high. Steve Nash with 14.1 assists per game. Magic up there. Chris Paul, John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas. So you see all these players that are known as some of the best assisting players in NBA history all at the top there. Curry's up there. Jerry West, Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson not averaging a triple-double. He was actually really close to averaging a triple-double this season. Steals is going to go to AI, Tim Hardaway, Jerry West, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas. Blocks per game is going to be Wilt with 2.8 blocks per game. We got Bill Russell, our defensive player, up there. Shaq. Tim Duncan is actually up there. Just a bunch of centers. And let's see who actually shot the best three-point percentage. It is going to be Chris Mullen shooting 51%. He only attempted 3 per game. Let's see where Curry actually falls on the list. Stephen Curry isn't even up there. I bet you he's at the top for three-point. Yeah, he's at the top for three-pointers attempted. Still shot 42%. Pretty good percentage right there. And then one of the highest stats, plus minus, it is going to be the Bucks. So it looks like the Bucks are looking like the top team, even though they didn't have the best record. They're looking like they are the top team in the league. A lot of Raptors, Hawks up here as well. But let's actually just get right into the playoffs here. See how the first round goes. The first seeds are going to move on or what. So after simulating the first round, it's going to be the Hawks beating the Celtics, Wizards beat the Pacers, Raptors beat the Pistons, Nets beat the Bucks, and then Portland beating the Clippers, New Orleans beating the Jazz, OKC beating the Warriors, and Dallas beating the Suns. I'm not sure exactly who's on all of these teams either though. In the East, it's going to be Atlanta and Toronto. So let's actually just check out who's on Atlanta. George Mikan, Jason Terry, Robertson, Chris Mullen, Gail Goodrich, Peja Stojakovic. And then for the Raptors, it's going to be Allen Iverson, Vince Carter on that team, the two leaders right there. Portland, OKC over in the West. Let's see who ends up making the NBA Finals. Will it be the Raptors? We see the Raptors in a lot of simulations. Are they going to continue being the best team? It is going to be Raptors versus the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Finals. OKC was 6th seed, Raptors with the 4th seed. And let's find out who wins the NBA Finals here. Raptors are going to get game 1. Raptors get game 2. And then there we go. Thunder finally getting a game. They tied up 2-2. Thunder actually take the lead now. And game number 6 coming down to the line here. OKC with the lead. They're up by 1 point this game. Let's see who is going to win. James Harden also on OKC. Wow, he used to play for them in his career as well. And this is actually this is actually the second overtime as well. So let's see what ends up happening. Really good game right here. We got Raptors led by AI. Are they going to be able to score here, take a lead, force it to game 7? Why does this always happen? They call double timeouts. Interesting that none of the teams with kind of the best players. Haywood inside and the dunk. Raptors taking the lead now. OKC calling a timeout as well. But it was just interesting that none of the teams with the top draft picks are actually in the finals. It's the teams that were kind of in the middle of everybody, and they kind of got an all-around good team. And here we go. Bing from 3. Ante hits the 3 to take a 2-point lead. Is this going to go into another overtime? Allen Iverson with the ball here up against James Harden. AI going to get the screen. And to Gill from 3 now. And the Raptors coming right back with a 3. So only 20 seconds left in the game. OKC has to score here. I thought he was going to pop a 3 for a second. He did hit the last 3. ISOing up right now, trying to get inside. Dr. J with the ball. A good person to have with the ball here. He's got to pass it out to James Harden. Harden is going to have to take a 3-point shot here. It is no good, and the Raptors going to force it to game 7. So another close game in game number 7. Toronto is up by 3 points. This could go either way. Harden actually getting double teamed. We should get something open down low here. Rondo's actually on OKC as well. Okay, I didn't know he was on the team. Dwight Howard with the ball right now. And also Kemp on the team. A lot of people that weren't in the final seconds that are really good. Harden, mid-range shot. He's going to brick it. Raptors keeping the lead here. Mike Bibby in the game. AI 35 minutes, 38 points. If Toronto wins, AI might actually get finals MVP. And the Raptors with a nice steal right there, turning over the ball. Haywood, fade away, and he's going to hit the shot. The Raptors now with a 7-point lead. Okay, here we go. Let's see if OKC can actually score here. Come back a little bit. Final seconds of the game. Harden, I thought he was going to pop that. Dwight Howard inside. That's a miss by Sean Kemp with a nasty putback dunk. Let's see if Dr. J can get this. And no. Raptors are having a 5-point lead, 10 seconds left on the clock. I think the Raptors are probably going to win this game. Calvin Murphy from 3, he's going to drain that, and that's going to put an end to the game. Their 8-point lead for the Raptors. And OKC missing another shot there. So Raptors just going to dribble out the clock, and the Toronto Raptors are going to be the NBA champions. Let's see who gets Finals MVP. I'm guessing it's going to be Allen Iverson as Finals MVP. They were their first pick in the first. AI was their first round pick. Also the best player on the team. Good team. And there's AI holding up the trophy. Joakim Noah's on the team as well. He was a beast when he was in his prime. And yeah, there we go. AI with the Finals MVP. So let's check out the game stats real here. AI with 38 points. It's Spencer Haywood, Mike Bibby on the team, Vince Carter, Calvin Murphy, Joakim Noah, Robert Parrish. Or was it Dr. J? Oh yeah, Dr. J was. So the Raptors with a pretty decent team. Allen Iverson, Vince Carter. Those were their first 2 overall picks. I wonder, AI is a 99 overall. AI just went off. I'm not sure if they would just because they're the Raptors. But they had a pretty decent team. They didn't have the highest pick in the draft, but just overall they had a really solid team. End up winning the NBA championships. AI with that MVP right there, 98 overall. He averaged 27.4, 1.3 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 2.3 steals. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy the all-time fantasy draft, it was really cool just to see what would happen if everybody just got redrafted, all-time players. But anyways, this has been your boy Smequle, and I will see you next time. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Never in the same space that we started at. Throw the ball, I run the play like a quarterback. I've been up all night trying to make a stack, trying to get a plaque and flip a dream into a solid fact. Hustled hard for it. One day they will notice. Chasing in the day.